But Kriya Yoga is tapas, svadhyaya, and ishvara pranidhana. So anyway, many ideas of what Kriya is. The root of Kriya, the Sanskrit root of Kriya, is kr, which is the same root that you find in karma, or the English word create. So it means action, which is cool. And the very first action of Kriya Yoga is tapas, which is the first time I think I ever cursed while giving a teaching. That was when I was teaching tapas in Turkey. But I was hoping that everyone would remember it if I said bad words. So tapas, does anybody remember what tapas is? Do hard things, which I'm going to segue into today's class. Tapas means do hard things. So it's like do your practice. That's a hard thing. Do your yoga. It's what we're here doing right now. You're all doing tapas. It's 8 a.m. here on the East Coast. And there was a moment this morning where I was like, oh man, I just want to sleep in. I'm still tired from traveling. But no, tapas. Wake up and do hard things. So I set my timer for 15 minutes in the morning to memorize Sanskrit. Just 15 minutes. But it adds up. It's a hard thing. Okay. Welcome to Lady Niguma for the world. I am so happy to see all of you. I'm going through all the squares, seeing all these beautiful faces that I remember, I recognize. Oh, so good to see you. Yekaterina, your smile is taking up the entire Zoom call. I can't see anything but your smile. Natalia, I was showing all my friends are dancing. Anastasia, oh my goodness, and many, many more. Thank you for joining this morning, guys. I appreciate it. So the idea behind these events is to bring together our international community of Lady Niguma practitioners. So we have done Lady Niguma in lots of languages, lots of countries, with thousands and thousands of people. That's true, thousands and thousands. And so we wanted to bring our whole community together because we are a unique and rare community. We're a community that believes in the power of love. We understand how the world is made, and we understand how we can use that to help other people. So if you're joining for the first time, thank you for coming. Thank you for your courage. It is not easy to do yoga sometimes. And so if you don't know, Lady Niguma was this incredible yogini who lived 1,000 years ago. And today, we practice her system because she reached the highest goals of yoga: a perfect body and a perfect mind. The attainment of complete and total love for all beings. That's the goal of yoga. And having a direct understanding of how the world works. So that when we want something, like to make the world a better place, we know the best way how to do it, because Lady Niguma showed us. So 4 generations, her system was passed down, and today we're still practicing what she taught. My name is Bob Cirino. I direct the Yoga Studies Institute, and I will be guiding all of us today in a short meditation and some asana. So we're going to start with a little chatting, and a meditation. So get comfy. Make sure you're in a sustainable position. I'm in a chair. Okay, so take care of your knees. Get comfy. I was reflecting on what's universal. What is universal? No matter who we are, no matter where we are, no matter when we were born, no matter who our parents were, there's one thing that everybody has in common. We want to be happy. And so every action that we take, every word that we speak, and every thought that we have is in one way or another because we think it's going to make us happier. Often, this is a subconscious intention. We're not always aware of it. But our brains are programmed to pursue happiness. Translators, how's my pace? Okay, cool. Thank you. Just go like this if I'm going too fast, please. Strangely, as intelligent as humans are and as powerful as our brains are, we often do things that bring about the opposite of happiness. How frustrating. Thinking that those things will bring us happiness. For example, if we're in distress, maybe we drink too much alcohol, thinking that that will bring us happiness. And then the next morning, we feel regret. Or maybe we eat too much food, thinking that it will bring us happiness. But then we feel unhealthy. We might lie in a business deal or at work because we think it will help us. But then we can't believe it when others aren't truthful with us. And worst of all, we think that by hurting others, we will bring peace to the world. When we imagine true happiness, the image doesn't stop at the boundary of our skin. Of course not. When we imagine the highest form of happiness, it includes every single being on the planet living in peace and harmony. And there is no peace if there's still suffering anywhere. When we think about the deepest realization of happiness, we see that there's no boundary to where that happiness ends. Not a single being is excluded. Your family and friends are at peace. Your community is at peace. I'm seeing my neighbors right now. I want them to be at peace. Our country is at peace. And the countries surrounding our country is at peace. And then ultimately, the whole world is at peace. And then all beings can be happy. This vision can be hard to believe. So I invite you to depend on your logic. An apple seed will only ever grow an apple tree. Lying will grow a world of lies. Stealing will create a world of theft. Anger will create a world in conflict. But giving grows abundance. Patience grows beauty. Love grows love. Peace grows peace. The fruit is in the seed. So we can enjoy the fruit at the time of planting the seed. All we have to do is plant the seed, and the tree will grow. So when we do our yoga, we use our outer world to affect our inner world. And we use our inner world to affect our outer world. And when we use these two in combination with genuine effort, then we see that the two worlds reflect each other. So today, in our practice, let's use our mind and our bodies together to plant seeds of peace, to see a world at peace for all beings equally, no matter how many legs they have, like my cat, no matter whether they have feathers or scales like a fish, no matter what country they were born in. May all beings everywhere know the true happiness of a peaceful world. We can plant those seeds. Okay, so we're going to start by warming up our bodies a little bit, and then we're going to sit down after that and do a little meditation, and then we'll do our asana. Sound good? Okay, cool. So you can stand up, and we're just going to shake. So just move your body. I'll show you a little bit here. Is my microphone okay? I moved it over here. Okay, so stand up and just shake your body. Shake, 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 shake. So what we're shaking off is all of our anger. We're shaking off all of our misunderstanding. We're shaking off all of our jealousy. We're shaking off all of our selfishness. We're shaking off the idea that to make a peaceful world, we have to hurt people. Okay. And we're shaking off the idea that it's not possible to live in a world of peace. Okay. So now have a seat on your mat. Maybe you have a cushion. Now that our body's awake, we're going to use our body in meditation. So take a moment, get your mat. Hopefully your blood's pumping just a little bit. Okay. For me, I like to sit in a chair because my knees and hips are so tight always. That's okay. So I want you to put your hand on your heart, the other on your belly. I want you to feel your heart. And feel your stomach move as you breathe. That heart and that breath is an engine that drives this machine of the body. And this machine of the body is here to serve the whole world. So feel your heartbeat. Feel the blood in all of your arteries across the body. Feel your aliveness. You can keep your hands here, or you can put them on your lap. Now let's try to find the edge of you. Where do you end? Where does someone else begin? Where does my breath become your breath? We think that our breath is ours because we breathe it. But where did it come from? At one point in time, the same breath that gives me life gave someone else life. And when they were done with it, they exhaled it and sent it to me. And how about my blood? Where does the water in my blood come from? At what point did it stop being your water and start being my water? Can we find that point? Is there a clear moment when it's obviously mine and not yours? Our breath and our blood feel like they are us. But when we go to find when it became ours, there's no single moment in time when that happened. How would we treat other people if we found that the edge of me and the beginning of you was not obvious? Your breath is my breath. Your blood is my blood. What if everyone realized that a world of peace included every single being? And that our peace, like our breath and our blood, is interdependent on the peace of all beings, everywhere, without exception. So we're about to start our yoga asana. And imagine that by doing this practice, you're doing it for the whole world. Because when we try to find the edge between us, we realize that there is no separation. If my blood is your blood, and if my breath is your breath, then your peace is my peace. And my peace is your peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Maybe put a big smile on your face. And during this yoga, every time that you remember your heartbeat, I want you to think the word peace. Peace, 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 peace. Okay? Okay. So you can come to standing at the front of your mat. I'll meet you there. Okay. All right. Okay, so come to Tadasana, mountain pose. So your feet are nicely rooted into the ground. Feel the sturdiness of the earth below you. Spread out your toes and grip the ground, allowing that to give you strength. Now imagine it coming up to your heart, and then it continuing up to the top of your skull. And then imagine a big light coming out of the top of your skull. So as your feet go down, your head goes up. Shoulders are down and back. Okay. Peace, peace, peace. Okay. Bend your knees, hands come back. Inhale up. Nice and calm, not doing anything crazy yet. And we're going to fold forward. Let the body collapse over the legs. Clasp the hands behind you. And nice and gentle. You can take some organic movements here. Breathe. Hands come down. Find the mat. Halfway lift. Straight back, straight knees. Look up, shoulders back. Hands back down. And we'll send our left foot back. Knee on the ground. And then put pressure on the top of that foot against the ground. Good. And find length. Heart comes up and forward. Head is up. Don't be looking down. We're looking into the future right now. A future where the world is at peace. Good. Knee comes up. Hands planted on the ground. And we're coming into a plank. Nice. Find great power and stability here. Knees come down. Bend the elbows, keep it close to the body. Calm down, chest and chin on the ground. And then pull yourself forward into a very gentle cobra. So we're just warming up the back muscles here. Legs are active. Good. Now come to tabletop. And we're going to go to downward facing dog. This is the first down dog of the day. Be gentle. We pedal it out, 1 foot at a time. Left foot comes forward, in between the hands. Right knee comes down. Now we're pressing against the ground on that right back foot. Smile on your face. Every time you feel your heartbeat, peace, peace, peace. Good. Knee comes up, meets the front foot. Do a halfway lift. And exhale down, bend the knees, hands clasped behind the back. Come on. Let your head be heavy. Maybe shake it left and right gently, up and down. Good. Now we're gonna crouch like this and come on up. Do a back bend, just a light one. And then we're gonna come right back down. Send it right back down. Hands clasped behind the back, bend the knees. Good. Hands come to the ground. Right foot goes back. Lunging forward, finding stretch in that hip. If you'd like to, you can put your hand on your knee, chest open and forward, eyes on the horizon. Good. Hands come down. Plank. Knees, chest and chin. Keeping the elbows tight to the body. And bring it forward into a cobra. I like to take some movements here, keeping it free, keeping it fun. Good. Send it back to a downward facing dog. Okay, left foot comes forward. Oh, I think we did that. Right foot comes forward. There we go. Hands on your knee. Stretch it out. Active leg, very active. Good. Hands on the mat. Bring it forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. And exhale it down. Hands clasped behind the back. Good. Relax. Bend the knees, come into a crouch. And then bring it on up. Back bend. Then we're going to land it. Hands at the heart center. Feel your body. Every time you feel your heartbeat, peace, peace, peace. Okay, we're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. Hands back. On an exhale, inhale up. Slight back bend. Send it forward, bend over the knees, clasp hands behind the back. Bring it down, hands on the ground. Halfway lift, bring it up wherever you need. Exhale it back down. Hands on the ground. We're going to be sending our left foot back. Good. Heart up, heart forward. Maybe you want to put your hands up. Good. Hands back on the ground. Come into a plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And this time, we'll do an upward facing dog. So knees are off the ground, butt is engaged, legs are engaged, and we're doing a back bend. Send it back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. Right knee on the ground. And we're going to bring it up. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, frame the ground. Knee comes up. Meet at the front. Halfway lift. And forward bend. Clasp the hands behind the back. Good. Hands come down. And we're going to crouch down, come up to a back bend. And bring it back. Clasp the hands behind the back. Fold over the legs. Bend the knees generously. Good. Hands come to the ground. Right foot comes back. Right knee on the ground. Peace, peace, peace. Smile. Peace, peace, peace. Hands come back down. Plank. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Bring yourself to the mat. Pull yourself forward to an upward facing dog. Send it back to a downward facing dog. Feel the body. Okay. Then left foot comes forward. Right knee on the ground. Bring it on up. Hands frame the ground. Bring it forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale down, clasp the hands behind the back. Crouch down. Bring it up. Oh, hands to heart center. And just take a pause here. Feel your breath. Feel the body. Imagine sending peace throughout your entire body from your heart. Peace doesn't mean we're not active. Peace just means we are intentional. Okay, let's begin. Take a seat. We're going to start with the earth element. So I'm going to face you. We're going to have our left foot out. For those of you who know Lady Niguma's yoga, we will not be doing the bija syllables today. So I have you over here. Hello. Okay, so we're going to bring our right foot in, and we're going to tuck our heel right into the muscles between our legs. So there's pressure. This right knee stays on the ground, left leg is extended, toes are pointed up. And then we're going to find length. Up, 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 up. Here. And then just lean forward just a little bit and feel the pressure there. Bring your hands to your knee or your shin. The most important thing is the pressure. I like to bend my back a little bit and grab my feet. So we think of the element of space here. And let's think about, where does my space end and your space begin? Find a little extra length here. What are the things that I do to protect my space that hurt you? All right, bring it up. Swap them out. Right leg goes out. Left foot comes in. Hands come up, smile on your face. If you feel your heart, say peace. And then bring it forward. So there's pressure right there. In the same way that I think that there's a boundary of where my space ends, we can think about the boundaries of our countries. Where was that boundary of my country 50 years ago? Find a little extra length. Relax into this space. Where was that boundary of my country 500 years ago? Was it the same place? Keeping that pressure. Where was the boundary of my country 50,000 years ago? Find a little extra length here. So why do I believe in a boundary that doesn't exist anywhere other than in my own mind? And bring it up on an inhale. So now we're going to bring our feet together. Bring it close. If you have really tight hips, you're going to look like me. If you're like Teresa or any of the other YSI instructors, then your knees might be on the ground. What's important here is to feel a stretch in that area, that same area where we had pressure. Keep a straight back, lean forward. What if the space that I held on to wasn't the space of me or the space of mine? What if I was to hold the space of peace? Maybe you add a little pressure to the knees here on your elbows. What if the space I hold in this posture was the seed of peace? And this is where it started. Okay, release. Come to an easy seat. So fold your feet up, however's comfortable for you. This one's good for me. Maybe you like lotus. That's cool. You don't need lotus. Okay. And then what we're going to do is on every inhale, we're going to tighten those muscles that we just stretched. So we're going to tighten on the inhale and release on the exhale. So inhale, tighten. Exhale, release. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, release. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, release. 3 breaths. What would my life look like if the space that I held was a space of peace? All right, we're going to do it one more time. On the inhale, contract. On the exhale, slow release. Inhale, contract. Slow release. Inhale, contract. Hold, 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 hold. Hold, hold, hold. Sometimes it's not easy to hold a space of peace. Slow release. All right. We're going to be skipping the drops today. For those of you who know the process, we're going to do a vinyasa. So come into a plank position. And now we're going to take all of that peace that we just held space for, and we're going to share it with the whole world. So knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Find your heart. Find your breath. May the space that I hold for peace be so large and so unshakable that I could fit the whole world in that space. Okay. Now, we're moving on to the Svadhisthana chakra. So we're going to lay down. Real quick, how's everyone doing? Give me some hand gestures. We good? Okay, everyone's just making moves to the next posture. Looks good. Okay. So our left leg is going to come up so that our left foot is right on top of our right knee. Then our right hand is going to go onto our left knee. Our left hand is going to go up into the sky. And then on an exhale, we're going to slowly twist open. So our knee goes to the right and our hand goes to the left. And our eyes are tracking our hand. Relax here. So at this chakra, we work with the element of space. Of wind. Wind, the essence of wind, is movement. And so we move all the time toward peace, or we move away from peace. Try to get another inch of stretch here. Look even further to the left. On the next inhale, bring it up to the center. And bring it down. Same thing, other side. So our right foot goes on top of our left leg. We can keep our microphones muted, please. And maybe you can mute them. Thank you. Left hand goes onto the right knee, right hand goes to the sky. And we're going to twist again. This time, knee goes to the left, hand goes to the right. And our eyes are watching our hand. And so when we move, let us commit to moving away from the things that create harm. And let us commit to moving toward the things that create peace. Next inhale, bring it up. And let it down. We're gonna sit up so you can put your hand behind your left leg and kick yourself up. Don't kick yourself, just kick yourself up. So now we're going to be doing the westward stretch to the west, Paschimottanasana. So we're focusing our bending right here at the tailbone. You can bend your knees generously if you'd like. And we're gonna come up. And we're gonna find length forward. So this is a fold, it's not a bend. So fold forward. Try to get your belly on your legs, which might look like this. And pull yourself forward with your hands on your feet. If you feel like you've gotten to a good straight back, then you can bend forward. And you can begin straightening your legs. And then what I like to do here is I'll inhale to a straight back to remind myself, and then pull myself forward again. So this is a stretch to the west. I'm going to look at you to talk, but keep going. Stretch to the west. Because we can think of it as today was born out of the sunset of yesterday. So we look to the west. We stretch to the west. Because tomorrow is born out of the sunset of today. So whatever seeds are planted today become our tomorrow. So here we think about staying focused, straight ahead. We went to the left, we went to the right to say what we don't want to do and what we do want to do. And then we commit to doing it. Good. Now we're going to do Navasana, so come up on an inhale. And you can put your arms behind your legs if you like this. Your feet come up. If you'd like to release, you can. So this is boat pose. So every day we are navigating our own waters, and we get to decide whether we are navigating toward peace or away from peace. So here we gather our mind on the commitment to live a life that navigates toward peace with peace. Okay, release. Now we'll do windshield wipers. So you're gonna lay down. Your feet are the width of the mat. Your hands are gonna be like a cactus. And we're going to windshield wipe our legs to the left, up on an inhale, exhale to the right. Up, left. Up, inhale, right, exhale. May every movement ever in the world be a movement of peace. Find a good way to make this a stretch. Don't be lazy about it. Make it active. Good. Now we're going to come back, sit up, kick yourself up. Vinyasa. So now we spread that peace across the entire world. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Pull ourselves through and up. Heart forward, chest up, smile on your face. Send it back to a downward facing dog. Hold that and check what time it is. Okay, keep holding. The next element we're going to work with is the element of fire. The quality of fire is burning or raw energy. So we're going to take our left foot, bring it up, and then send it forward in between your hands. Right knee comes to the ground. We're going to take a twist. So make it 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So with all of our energy, we decide whether we burn people or we use the heat to purify the world. So right arm comes up, and then it's going to have our right arm outside of our left knee. Hands come together, and we're going to take a twist. Be gentle on yourself. Suck in that stomach so you can get a little more rotation. Look up, smile. Feel the heat in your body. If you like, you can get that back knee off the ground. If you like, your hand can find the ground and your left hand goes up and find a twist. Breathe. Straight spine. And release. Foot comes to meet the other foot at the front of the mat. And hands come behind the legs or on the ground. And find a stretch. We're trying to stretch specifically at the level of the navel. We're here for 5 breaths. Every moment we choose what we do with our energy. And our energy can be anger. And then it burns people. And it burns kindness away. Or we can use our energy to focus, intensity, never forgetting that we are creating our future in the present moment, right now. Okay, left foot comes back. Find ourselves in a 90-90. Okay. Left hand, I'm gonna turn around here. Left arm comes up. Finds the outside of our right knee. Hands meet. And we twist. And so in this posture, we think about everything that we want. And we say, why do I want that? And then we think about how we go about getting it. And we think, am I burning people with my burning desire? Or am I purifying with my intention of peace? One more breath. You're doing great. Good job. Smile. And release. Come to the front of the mat. Feet together. If you can, put your hands underneath your feet. If you can't, no worries. Just lean forward. Stretch out at the level of the belly button, but back toward your spine. Sometimes the pain of suffering really, really hurts. And so that fire fills us. And we think that by releasing that pain on other people, that we are creating happiness. But we're not. So we have the chance to transform that fire into the intensity of our practice. And we use that distaste, that dislike of suffering to motivate us to create the world that we dream of because we can. Okay, release. Good job. Come to a seat. Sukhasana. Become home in your body for a moment. Feel your body. Now we're going to be taking 21 not fast, but intentional exhales from our diaphragm. So imagine that we've transformed this fire into something that illuminates the universe instead of burns the universe. We've done the work to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple examples. You're going to go through your nose, and you're going to be lifting from your diaphragm. You're going to go. Okay? So with every single exhale, imagine illuminating the world where any darkness of conflict goes away. And the only light that exists is peace. So inhale full. Exhale all the way. Inhale halfway. And begin. Big inhale. And relaxed exhale. Every time that you feel your heartbeat, peace, 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 peace. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into fish pose. King of Fishes pose, Matsyendrasana. So, full extend your legs. And then you're going to, hold on. Okay. So you're going to take your left foot and you're going to tuck it underneath. Then you're going to take your right foot and place it to the left of your left knee. And you're going to feel a lot of straightness in your spine. Both butt cheeks are on the ground, so don't be off to one side like this. Be nicely planted. And then right hand comes behind the back. Left hand goes up to the sky. On the exhale, it comes down and the elbow meets the outside of your knee, and you're going to twist. Keep the straightness in your spine. Look far over your right shoulder to continue twisting even at the neck. Feel your shoulder blade pulling away from your spine at the level of the heart. Dedicate that feeling to opening your heart. Keep holding. All right, release slowly. And we're going to take a counter twist. So left hands off to the left and just lean forward. There you go. Come back up. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. So now your right foot comes underneath, meets your left butt. Your left foot comes to the outside of your right knee. Left hand goes behind the back. Right hand searches for the sky. On the exhale, bring it down. And we press and twist. So the element that we work on here is the element of earth, which has the quality of structure. We so often live closed-hearted. We have too much earth element at the level of the heart. So by doing this twist, we are balancing the earth element so that we can live open-hearted. And because we've become strong in our practice, we become vast in our love. And we can transform the structures in our life. Including the structure of me and mine, and the structure of you and yours, so that we are connected and there aren't walls between us. Okay, release. Counter stretch. Counter twist. All right, let's take a vinyasa. Come to a plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Intentional every single inch for peace. And up. Send it back to a downward facing dog. Peace, peace, peace. May the structures that I see in government reflect the structures I dream of in my heart. Okay, left leg forward. Framing with our hands. And we're going to come into a warrior two. I'm going to go this way. So we'll bring it up. Our back foot has a lot of energy going into the back edge. And then we're very, very strong in this back leg. It's very active. That front foot is pointing forward. We're going to hold this for a long time, by the way. So get comfy. And then we're not leaning forward. We're not leaning back. We're not going like this. We're centered. And then our hands are going to open up. Up. So have your palms facing up. Okay. And then we're going to try to get as close as we can to 90 degrees here. So in a posture like this, where it's work, it's difficult, we can remember why we're doing this. because we are warriors. Not warriors of violence, but warriors of peace. And the enemy that we defeat is our own selfishness and our own anger and our own misunderstanding of the world. Okay, inhale up, good job. Other side. Okay, so left foot is back, right foot is forward. Putting energy into that back edge of our foot, and then becoming expansive. So in warrior, our back foot represents our past. And that's what gives us strength, it's what pushes us forward. It's our foundation. And then the front foot is our future. So it's pointing us in the direction that we want to go. So it's very important to have your foot pointed forward. If we ourselves are in our past, then our posture is going to be crazy. If we ourselves are too much in the future, then we're not going to be balanced. But if we're in the present moment, between the past that's pushing us forward and the future that's pulling us forward, then we become present. And in the present moment is where our heart is. So from our heart, we bridge the past into the future. We've learned from suffering. We've learned from joy. And we bring that into the present moment. And we have the opportunity to process that and decide what of the past goes into the future. So you can imagine in this posture, your heart radiating to cover the entire universe, past, future, from the present. Okay, release. Good job. Okay, we have time for probably one more. Let's do this one. Okay, front foot goes forward. Right foot is on a 45-degree angle. We're kind of in a tight stance. Our left hand goes onto our leg, and our right arm comes up. Goes straight up. And imagine that you have your cell phone in between your arm and your head. And you have to hold it there. Okay. So now we're going to lean toward the left. And we're imagining energy coming up through our leg, crossing our body, and then shooting out at the level of the heart on the side. And we're finding a lot of length there. And release. Switch it up, other side. And stretch. So we're trying to make the line from our hand to our heel as long as possible. So we're not trying to bend over like this. That's not the point of this stretch, because we're working at the level of the heart. This posture in Lady Niguma is meant to open up our side at the level of the heart. So look up, smile. Peace, peace, peace. May the only structure that remains be the structure of unity. And bring it back. Okay. Let's see. Before we go into Shavasana, we need one dispersal. Let's have fun. Let's do horse rolls. Okay, so come to sit. Now this is intense. Only go as intense as you're comfortable. But what we're going to do is we're going to distribute the prana throughout our body by rolling on the ground. So watch me. So you're going to come back Hands are going to catch you back here. So come back, touch the ground with your feet. And then when you come forward, do it in a diamond shape. So you're going to be like this. Okay? And then on the way down, you're going to exhale through the nose with intensity. Okay? And then you're going to let your body just naturally go back, and you're going to do that again. So we're going to do that 3 times. So you inhale back, exhale forward, and we're imagining that we're shedding that light of peace from our heart. All right, you ready to roll? Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Okay, good. So let's just be still for a second. And easy seat. And feel your body. Investigate your heart. Put a smile on your face. Okay. Now let's come to Shavasana. So if you got a blanket, grab a blanket. You need to cover yourself. So for the Shavasana, put one hand in the beginning, one hand on your heart, and one hand on your belly. Feel your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your whole body. Investigate the energy. And ask yourself, in what ways am I creating peace in the world? And rejoice in every single way that you are. If you can't think of anything, think of this class right now. Feel your breath and say, is this breath my breath? Where did it come from? And where will it go when I'm done? My breath came from the nourishing love of all those who came before me. But truly, my breath came from taking care of others. How about this water in my blood? This very thing that keeps my body alive. Where did it come from? Is it mine? I might think it's mine for now, but one day I'll be gone. This body will be gone, and it will be somebody else's. I'm just borrowing it. The water in my blood came from other people or from the earth. And ultimately, it came from my kindness. And this peace whatever amount of peace that I feel right now, that too came from taking care of other people. The breath in my body and the water in my blood is a symbol of unity. And the peace that I feel and the peace that I want can only exist because of the peace that I give to the world and the peace that I give to myself. The world will never know peace until there is no suffering anywhere. I do yoga to realize that world. Nice. Okay. Come back to this room. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Start taking deeper breaths and stretch, stretch, stretch. Roll over to your left side when you're ready. And with your right hand, push yourself up to seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Hands come to heart center. Apple seeds make apple trees. Peace makes peace. I will be the thing I wish to see in the world. May my seeds come to fruit fast. I dedicate this practice to seeing the whole world happy and at peace. Thank you for coming. Hi, hi, hi. Now you get to see my hair post yoga. Okay, so thank you for coming. The Yoga Studies Institute has a lot of fun hanging out with beautiful people like you. Thank you for being our community. Thank you for being my community. If you'd like to learn more about Lady Niguma, talk to anybody that you see in this call. And we can get you set up. The next class, we do these twice a month. The next time we do this is going to be on April 22nd at 8 p.m. And that's going to be Chrissy Iono. Bye. I'm seeing a lot of people waving. Bye. Bye. So yeah, come hang out. We like to share. So I see lots of people together. That's super cool. So maybe you guys want to share a drink, share some food. I'm just having some classic water. Nice. Cool. Yeah, unmute yourself. How was your experience? How'd it go? Спасибо. Oh man, this is so cool. I know so many of you now. Oh my gosh, Dima's here too. Let's go, Dima.
Yeah, hello, mate.
How'd it go, man? How's your experience?
I late. I'm working, and I only to Shavasana to the end. Of Shavasana.
All right, Dima did it right, everyone. Work smarter, not harder. Right? That's what Earl teaches. Hey, Yuli. Oh my goodness, Galina, nice to see you. I know I didn't do all the chakras, but that means you're just gonna have to come back. Oh, cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining.